Hi, and welcome to this overview for Google MyMaps. MyMaps is a really nice tool for so many different projects that you can do in class, and we're going to be listing a lot of different things that you can try to do with your students with Google MyMaps, but this video is going to be a quick overview of how it works. So you can see here on my screen I have a finished Google My Map that I actually use in my work. My job is to provide assistance to teachers and admin in tech integration for the far northeast. So I use this My Map for all of the schools that I have out in the far northeast. You can see that I have my elementary schools, high schools, K-8 schools, and then middle and high school campuses all separated out into different layers. And one nice thing about that is I can just narrow everything down to, say, just my elementary schools by turning off my layers. So that's one nice way that you can use layers in your maps. This narrows down my schools. Now for each of my schools, there's a pin here, and if I click on the pin, I can get more information about that map. Let me move this over a little bit. So I can learn more about it here by going to the website, or I can view in Google Maps. If I want to put some information in myself, I can hit that edit button and type some information here for myself. So that's one nice thing. I can also add a picture. So if I go here to add image, I can go in and do a Google image search and try to find a picture. And here's one here. So if I'm driving by it, I'll know I'm in the right place when I see that building. So again, this is just one way to use My Maps. This is how I use it personally, but there's so many other ways you can use it in your class. So let's go into Google My Maps. I'll show you how to get to it. So we want to go into our Google Drive. And up here where it says New, we're going to click that and wait for it to load. There we go. We want to go below Docs, Sheets, and Slides and hit the More button, and then go even lower down here to Google My Maps. So this is one way you can get to it. Another way is to go to google.com/mymaps. But when I get here, you'll see I have an untitled map, and I would go ahead and want to name this, I'll call it Where We're From. We can pretend like this is going to be a collaborative project where we all are going to put a pin on the map where we're from, or where our relatives or ancestors are from, or whatever type of project it is. If you want students to be able to contribute to this same map, we're going to need to go in here and go to Share. And right now it's set so that only I can access it. We need to change that so that anyone in Denver Public Schools can access it. And because we want our students to be able to drop pins on this map and participate in the project, we want to change it so that they can edit the map. And then we'll save that. And now when students receive this link here, they will have this map that I'm working on, and they'll be able to add to it as well. So I'm going to hit done. Okay, so you saw some pins on the map before, and there are a couple of ways to add a pin. The first way is just to search up a place. So I'm from Montgomery, Alabama. I'm just going to search that up. And it's going to drop a pin right here on Montgomery, and I'm going to click Add to Map. Once I do, it shows Montgomery. Again, it's got a little bit more information here, but I can go in and type up my own thing about Montgomery. So if I had a description, I would put it here, or whatever the project was about, I could write that up here. I could add an image just like I did before. Oops, I could also add a video if I wanted to. There's all kinds of things that you can attach here, but I'll just do Montgomery. Oops, I guess I need to put Alabama in here. That's somebody else, Montgomery. Okay, so I'll the downtown shot and hit save. And it might load, it might not load. My internet's a little bit wonky. Let's try that again. Okay, well, I'm having a few issues with, oh, there it goes. But thankfully. Okay, so again, if I were doing a project, I could type more things about this or whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And I'm going to X out of this and then back up so you can see where in the world Montgomery, Alabama is. Okay, so once again, you can see that it landed over here on our key. This is currently an untitled layer. I could call this Where Born or something like that. Okay, next thing I want to do is put in here where I have moved to, which in our case right now is Denver. So I'm going to put in Denver, Colorado. And I'm doing this for a reason, so you can see another tool that's just great. So let's add this to the map. We won't put any other information in here for now. Okay, so this added it to the same layer. If I wanted to create a new layer, I could, and I could move my different pins between layers if I wanted to. And again, I can turn these layers off, so lots of different uses for that. I'll leave them as is for right now. This is the tool that I would like to show you really quickly, and this could be good for a math class. I'm going to zoom out so I can see both of my pins. A little bit more. Okay, so up here you'll notice that there are some other tools. This is the one that would be good maybe for math. So I'm going to measure the distance between Denver and Montgomery. So I can see that's 1,150 miles. Now if I wanted to do something with area, let's just say my husband's from Chicago, so we'll put this on here, and then I'm going to make a shape. You can see now that this shape, it says how many miles it is around, and it also gives the area of this place. So again, another idea that you could come up with that deals with distance and area. Other things that you can do are you can just draw some lines. So we could do a driving route or a biking route or a walking route. So many different things. So I'm going to stop the video here. This is just something that you can play with and see what you think. Again, we'll have lots and lots of ideas for you to look at and maybe think of a way to use this in your class. So I hope this was helpful.